What's up, everyone? EJ Snyder here. Everybody loved the dollar store survival kit and how you can get a survival kit when you don't have a lot of money and you can go to the dollar stores and build yourself a great kit. Well, now I'm going in here and I'm going to show you how you can get a Bugout bag on a budget. Let's go. Here we go. We are raiding the place that some refer to as Wally World, and we're gonna try and stay focused and not pay attention to any of the Walmarty ends. All right, so let's go find us a Bugout survival kit on the budget. So I'm in the Walmart. I'm going to hit the camping section first because normally that's where you can find a lot of great survival items right off the bat. Let's go check it out. All right, first off, right here in this case, all kinds of knives. Look at that. Tons of them, and they've even got whole kits and everything else here. So check this out. So look, right up here, you got this whole kit here. It's got an axe, it's got a knife. I'm not sure how much that is. It's got a flashlight, ferro rod. That's a pretty good deal right there. That's from our Ozark Trail. That's not a bad company. But you got all kinds of folding knives, multi-tools, all these kinds of folders. You even got some really big name brands here with Old Timer, CRKT, Buck Knives, Calamus, even Gerber and Kershaw. And you got a lot of hunting type knives in here, but man, you can't go wrong with that. I mean, we need a knife, not a problem. I'm going to come back here, make a mental note where it's at. I want to get the bag first, and then start getting a lot of other survival items to throw in it and see what's over in the camping section. All right, so we made it here. This is the entire camping section, as you can see, and it's a good place to start. And right here, you can see right here, they got an array of survival stuff. Everything from water filters to fire starting devices to, look at that, more tools. That's a big tool pack right there. So I'm gonna go ahead here and start grabbing some of this stuff. All right, so we had knives over there, but here we've got other knives, saws, axes, big tool packs, folding knives. You got communication, water purification over there, even first aid, cordage, everything, shovel. A lot of good items there. All right, so this toolkit right here, it's a 12-in-1 toolkit for just about 30 bucks. And you get 12 pieces, so you do the math. So that's a little over $2 per item, but you get all these tools in here, which is great. So you get an axe, you get a knife, a machete, you got a flashlight, you've got this ferro rod, you got a little magnesium bar there, a couple clips to help carry stuff with, and extra cordage. That's a no-brainer. We're taking that with us. Yes, sir. Taking this folding saw. So I can cut lumber, help build things. That's a great item for your survival kit. All right, this is a great deal. 6x8 shelter. It's a heavy duty tarp. You know, a tarp makes a great shelter. It's got a lot of other uses. You can collect water in it. You can cut quarters out of it if you need to. It's silver, so it can reflect the fire heat back into you to keep you warm. And this one is completely silver. Some come with a silver side and a color side, and if you get one of those, that's great, but right now I don't see them, so this one goes. one of the things you got to be careful about in the Walmart, there's a lot of Walmartians in here. Stay away from them. Trust me. All right. Fire starter. Let's go. Look at this. This is awesome. Stanley 2-cup cooker system. Boil water in it, cook your food in it. But what's great is up here is this cup, stainless steel cup. And what I can do is just put that baby right inside there, nice and compact. Goes in the pack. All right, here is a whistle. It's got a thermometer and a compass. That's a great item. You can use it for signal, getting around, and make sure keep the temperature in check. All right, compass. Definitely going to take this so we can find our way out there. All right. Headlamp to see the way, that way your hand's free. Comes with batteries already. That's a good deal. So we got a water filtration system with the Sawyer squeeze, so we can purify water that way. We've got the cooking pot with the cup, but I want to get another water container to carry the water, you know, we're purifying in, plus have a backup way, if I had to boil water in. So I want to get a stainless steel water bottle, but they got a couple here. But what you got to be careful about is this one here, as you can see right there, it's insulated. And it says it's vacuum insulated. So the thing with that is, you hear that? Sounds like an echo in there. You don't want that. This could be very dangerous. Boiling water up in it could explode. But what I got up here, 24-ounce stainless steel water bottle. You can tell because it doesn't have that bell-like sound. And I can boil water in this. It's got a, you know, it's got a nice cap so I can carry the water in too. So that's definitely going with us. And they're not too expensive. I may get a second one. We'll just wait to see how the budget does. But right now, we'll start with this. Gotta get out of here fast. I think there's an invasion. What the hell's the exit? Pay for this stuff and let's go. Well, it seems like we've been successful. If you go to the Walmart, you can get yourself a Bugout bag ready to go and get it on a budget. Let's just go pay for the goods and get the heck out of here. Man, we got a whole lot of stuff here. Now it's time to find out how we did with the Walmart budget Bugout bag. And I'm gonna ring it up right now. Stay tuned. What's up, everyone? EJ Snyder here, coming to you with the Walmart Bugout bag. Now, I want to go to Walmart and see if I could get you a Bugout bag that's affordable, that doesn't break the bank. And everyone saw when I went to the dollar store, I got you a dollar store survival kit, and we did that pretty well within $30. And I gave you some solutions on how to cut that down and get the most bang for your buck. Well, I went to Walmart, as you saw previously here, and I was walking around the store trying to keep things very affordable. And I had a budget in my mind of roughly somewhere between $100 to $150. And I kind of busted it by about 15 bucks. I got all of this you see here for about $165. But at the end of the video, I'll show you where you can cut a few things and probably get that down to around $100. And that's not bad when you're talking a bug-out bag, a quality bug-out bag with quality items. The great thing about Walmart is if you go mainly over to their camping section, their hardware area, a few other spots, you can get everything you need. Everything you need to build your bug-out bag. So there's some great companies out there that they have a lot of equipment with. Outdoor Products, Ozark Trails, you've got UCO, UST, you've got Coghlan's, you'll have Coleman, a lot of different companies there that have great camping and survival gear, everything that you need, you know, even Stanley, that will build your bag. And so everything I've got here, I went and looked for bargains the best I could, most bang for my buck. And I've got backups to the backup to the backup, because you know that's how I am. So, you know, you got to have a good quality bag to put it in. Outdoor Products makes a really good one. It's very comfortable. It's got pads, padded shoulder straps. It's got a chest strap to take out the weight in there. It's got multiple pockets. This one, I believe, is a 30-liter bag. It's got two side pockets for water bottles. Yep, it's a 30-liter bag, as it says right there on the front. And it's got an outside pocket for quick item stash. And it's got two main pockets and a smaller pocket right here. This system is amazing. And it has even got a hole, if you like that Camelback system, for your Camelback line to come through. So that is a great, great pack. It was very affordable for, I think, like $28, I think is what I paid for it. But you have to have a bag for your bug out bag. And until you can upgrade, this is a great starting point. So the first thing is you need to have a good survival tool to do everything else you need to do. And so I saw a bunch of knives, and there was a knife case, and it had some really good quality knives at some really great prices. But I wanted to try and keep this in a budget. And so when I turned the corner and I seen this, this is an amazing 12-piece camping kit. It's by Ozark Trails. It's got some really quality items in here with an axe, a small machete, a knife, some paracord. It's got more paracord on the axe, so you can never have enough cordage for a survival situation. Came with a ferro rod, a scraping magnesium bar, a couple of equipment hooks. They don't look super high quality, but who knows? It's good for maybe hooking your flashlight, or maybe rigging up this ferro rod and tying it to a piece of cordage so it's around your neck, so you always have a way to start fire, and a good flashlight. So that is a quality kit, as you can see right there, and it's got all those dang items in there. Man, so that kit itself, I can't remember exactly the price. I think it was about $29 also. So yeah, I know right off the bat there's $60. But there was so much stuff in there, and if you think about it, you know, for just about $30 you get 12 items. So that's just a little bit over $2 and some change per item. So that's a good deal. So good quality kit. Gave me a machete to chop with, to clear the brush, maybe do a little bit of wood chopping, but I got an axe for that, small axe. And the axe also has, you know, some wrench heads, hexes in there, and some other functions it can do. And I got a knife out of the deal, plus a way to start fire. So this was a great deal for the price. And then they had this 17-in-1 multi-kit. Comes with a little, you know, sheath for it to attach to your belt. And you can never, it has so many functions. It comes with a saw, all kinds of items, knife, tools, pliers, wire cutters, the whole deal. And those are things you'll definitely need in a survival situation, and gives you a backup cutting edge, backup saw. And they had this wonderful folding saw. So that makes construction of survival items and shelter and even some firewood a lot easier to process. And when you're building shelter, especially primitive ones, I don't like to have those eye pokers out. So for me, that was a safety thing. Along with tools to help me with shelter too, I've got this basic handsaw by Coghlan's. It's a sportsman's pocket saw, so it's kind of like a chainsaw. And this thing here, you can attach it to a curved branch like you would a bow drill and make it even easier, so you don't have to use it with your hand. But it comes with 2 finger rings, and that is an amazing little pocket saw. It does pretty good. Don't expect it to do like chainsaw work, but it does the job really well. So we got tools for the job. Now we got shelter. So they had this wonderful heavy duty tarp for like $4. It is 10 mil. It is 6x8. It's silver, so it'll reflect heat to keep you warm. It also, if you're in a survival situation where you need to be rescued, that's going to stand out if you use that as a nice lean-to shelter, or you do an A-frame with it, or use it to be roofing for your rest of your tarp. Plus, it's a great item having a tarp is you can collect rainwater. You can do so many more things with a tarp. So with shelter, you know, clothing's your first layer of shelter, so you want to remember your core body temperature and keep it in check. And for $4, I got this wonderful rain poncho. It's red in color, so if I'm wearing it, it's not going to look like the woods, and if I'm needing rescue, people will see me. Or I could use it to supplement my roof, collect rainwater, make a signal flag out of it just because of its color. But this is great. So when it's raining, you're keeping yourself dry, keeping your core body temperature warm. It will also trap heat. You can actually make a makeshift sleeping bag out of this to help keep yourself warm. And if you couple it with this emergency blanket, and this one's made by a company called Soul. Survive outdoors longer. And Soul is another company I didn't mention earlier. They have great products, survival type emergency products. And this is an orange reflective blanket. I like it because it's 56 by 84 inches. So it's longer than some of the other ones they have out there. And I mean, come on, it's got quiet material, but it's going to trap your body heat. And when you're trying to be in a survival situation, everything's about core body temperature, whether you're trying to stay cool or stay warm. Got some 550 cord here, which is parachute cord. It's 50 feet. I've got some more cordage with the other item I got, so that's quite a bit of cordage jumping out the door. The great thing about your parachute cord, you want to make sure it's military spec, which means it has 7 strands on the inside, and if it's military grade, it's going to have one of those strands being a different color, which draws it back to the company that made it. So when you check your paracord, you know, when you check the inside, you want to make sure it has at least 7 strands. That's what makes it supposed to hold up to 550 pounds. But those extra strands are also critical for fishing line, you know, shelter building and all that. Nice little bit of electrical tape to help patch anything if I get a tear in my tarp or whatever. And I've got some more paracord that I can wear on my bracelet. Now, this is just a paracord bracelet, so it's carrying me extra paracord on it. And you can wear it on yourself, so you always have it with you. And it's an extra 7.5 feet of cordage that I always have on me in case I move away from my gear. And it has a few other functions in it, but the bigger thing with this guy is that, you know, you have extra cordage. They make more elaborate ones, but, you know, that one was only a couple of bucks, so I thought, you know, great to have. Also with shelter, your clothing needs to be repaired. There's a nice little sewing kit here. Yeah, I could make makeshift fishing items out of it, but it's good for repair of anything you need. Being able to stitch stuff up. I like to use dental floss too. I didn't put dental floss in this kit. You can do that. Take a mental note. But I had a nice sewing kit there. It comes with the scissors, lots of pins and needles. It can also help you with first aid. You want to keep yourself in good check. So I also have a nice little basic first aid kit I got here for, I think it was like three bucks for that one. Also early warning. Now this is a bear bell, and there's lots of misnomers about bear bells. But with this paracord, security is very important. If you're out there by yourself and you're trying to sleep and you want to know if someone's coming around, you can rig cordage around your perimeter, roughly about mid shin high to knee high, right in that area. And if somebody hits it and they ring, and you get a few of these bells, they're only like a $1.50 or something. But there were several of them. I only got one just for this video, and it makes a nice noise. It's going to wake you up, especially if there's a bear coming in your area. Hopefully it spooks them. But if there's somebody coming to do harm to you, you got a way for an early warning system. So that covers our tools and shelter. Now let's talk about, you know, something very important, fire. So I've got several ways to get fire here. Obviously we had a ferro rod here with a scrapable magnesium. Well, we got a backup, you know, nice little magnesium bar. These ones, it's better, you know, if you have this, it's better than nothing. They're not my favorite. They work. They flake the magnesium off the bar, and you got a ferro rod in there with a little striker to get it going. There are some bigger ones on the market, but for $3, I mean, that's a backup to the backup. 2 lighters. You know, you've always heard me say this before. If you leave the house, you better have 2 lighters, 1 in each pocket. And so a couple Bic lighters for $1 was no brainer. And I've got some stormproof weather matches by Yuko in a nice waterproof tight cylinder with a striker on the outside, and it comes with a bunch of matches. This thing is great. So you got 15 stormproof matches in here. And the great thing about stormproof matches versus other matches is they burn longer, like up to 30 seconds. They're windproof and waterproof, so nothing's going to bother these things when you're trying to start a fire. And if you ever started fire with matches, especially regular ones, it's problematic. So got fire covered, got backups for fire. So just talked about tools, shelter, and fire. Next thing is water. Now, this was a great surprise for me in Walmart that they had this Sawyer Squeeze. Sawyer Squeeze water filtration system is amazing. It comes with a bag and a little, you got your filter there, and you attach them together in the bag. You can just drink from it, or you put it in one of your water containers. You squeeze the fresh water right in there. And for that price, that was a surprise, and that was a really great deal. So a way to filter water that is a viable system. Sawyer's got some of the best systems on the planet. It's on my website, and it's something I've used before. I back it because it's a good company. So that's one way to filter water. So plenty of way to have a good drink of water right there, and that's awesome. Now we got to eat, right? So great thing I found was this F-16. This is made by Daisy. It's a great slingshot. It's basically a handheld job it's just a basic slingshot. They make them with wrist rockets where has a folding wrist support that comes out, gives you a little bit more, support. They say a little bit more velocity, but hey, basic slingshot. It was less than about $10 plus a bunch of marbles for ammo. So you don't have to, you can use rocks if you want, but if they're not round, it's going to throw off the trajectory. But I got 100 rounds going out the door here. I've got a really cool 50-piece fishing kit here. This was like $3 or $4. And there's a ton of stuff in there, man. And it's got lures, bobbers, hooks, waders, everything you need to. I don't have any fishing line. I could have picked some up, but I chose not to because I've got paracord. And the fishing line's not too expensive, a couple bucks, so you got that option. And then I went over and got some 24 gauge, that's 0.24 gauge snare wire. It's green in color. I've got 100 feet of it. This is brilliant for traps and other things, but mainly I like it for my traps. Because I love simple snare traps, and wires are the best way to go for trapping. So we got a way to get some food. We got, a machete and some knives. We can cut some spears and make some other things. We can build traps. But right now we've got a missile projectile way to get some small game, maybe some medium game. Passive, great way to get food is fishing and snare traps. And the thing about traps is if you got several traps out there, let's say you put 10 traps out there, to me that's 10 more survivalists out there doing the work for me. I can go do other things. Lastly, I want to talk about navigation and signal. So, one, I got an extra carabiner hook here to hook gear up with, do whatever I need to for that. I got a whistle here. This whistle is great. It's got 3 functions, not just being a whistle, but it's got a little compass, a backup compass on it, and a thermometer so I can know the temperature outside. And so I've got a backup way. I got a whistle to blow, hey, or scare off bears, or let people know where I'm at. It's got a compass and thermometer on it. I got another lensetic compass there. This is a basic lensetic military type style compass. It's good enough for what you need to. It's very affordable. But a backup to all those was this cool 4-in-1 Explorer's tool, which has a mirror, a compass. It's got a magnifying glass if you want to try to get fire that way, but it also turns into like mini portable binoculars. So it gives you a little, you can see stuff further out if you're trying to spot game, look for rescue, so you don't have to walk as far. So that was a pretty cool item for it's like, I think $3 or $4, and it's a backup to the other items I got. So I got several ways to navigate with this thing, 3 ways to navigate with the 3 items I got here. A way to alert people. I've got a signal mirror, so I can signal for help. And a watch, because you want to keep track of time at points, if you're doing certain tasks or whatever, but you can also feel expedient navigate with a watch. It's not a digital watch, it's one with hands and numbers on it. It's very important to navigate by. So, and it's glow in the dark, so you can always see even at night. But to light the way, we already got one regular flashlight, but I like to be hands-free, so this was a no-brainer. Also came with batteries and a headlamp. So here you have it, the Walmart Bugout kit. Right there, the Walmart Bugout bag right in front of you. All right, so I did it for about 165 bucks. Now, like I was telling you during this thing, you could have picked a different knife, but this was a really great deal for this camp kit. But you could have eliminated the cook kit. Right there, that's 15 bucks. Keep the cup. Eliminate this for $30. Right there, that's $45 that you just took off the $65 price. Now you're down to 120 bucks right there. And probably could take away one or two other items here. I could have taken maybe this off since I have a fire starter. So there's another $4 in my pocket. So I still have plenty of ways to make fire, matches, lighter, and I've got a ferro rod already in here. I didn't talk about these earlier. These are fire starter sticks. You don't necessarily need them, but it helps, especially when things are wet and you're fighting weather, but it's not a critical item, so I can put that to the side. So there's another 10 bucks off. So we're down 30, 45, roughly 50, 55 bucks, or almost down to $110 here. You could just say, I don't really need a wristwatch. Okay, save you a few more bucks. Now we're down to about $105. And the rest of these items are all pretty critical. This was a nice item, so I take that off the bat. So all these items right here from over, $100 right there. The Walmart Bugout bag. I'm EJ Snyder. I hope this really helped you, get you on your way to keeping within a budget, quality items. Get yourself to Walmart and stay away from the wall Martians. That's what I call them, the wall Martians. Yeah, they're all bugging around there. That distraction. I had a lot of them when I was trying to shop. All right, we'll see you next time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't done so already, please tap the subscribe button, hit the alert little bell there so you get all the notifications, and give us a like if you like what we're doing. And get over to EJSnyder.com for all your survival and preparedness needs. Yeah!